Well, I haven't done these for a while, but it's time for another booster set prediction, this time on V-Clan's Collection Volume 1 and 2, The Light and the Dark. So just like the last few booster set predictions, I'm going to be making predictions on what type of cards that could be in the set. In this case, I'm going to be predicting mostly the boss unit, but for the boss units that already have been revealed, I'm going to be predicting the units that are likely to support the unit, or in general, the character who played those units with that boss unit. So let's begin. To start off with the old era, the first nation being United Sanctuary, we go to Royal Paladin. So for Royals, we already got the reveal for the cover card, Thingsaver Dragon, which of course was used by Kai, being the Seeker archetype. Other cards can include Wingle Seeker, Gildas, Surdik, Valrod, Isbazard, Senrik, and maybe Blaster Blade Seeker, but very unlikely in my opinion because I really doubt they're gonna actually do that, since they could just use regular Blaster Blade with Thingsaver Dragon. For OTT, we got no unit revealed yet, but for a boss unit, I would choose Battle Sister Florentine, Sakuya, and maybe a new Ikishima, as that one is a pretty famous unit for OTT. For Shadow Paladins, we already got Raging Form Dragon, but I cannot really think of any supporting units that were used by Ren, as most of them were already been printed, other than Tartu. That's like the only unit that still hasn't been made for Ren. And then for Gold Paladin, we got Prominence Core, or Glare, but I'm pretty sure it's Core. We might get Regulation Liberator Aglovel, if it's Glare anyway, Fullon, Bruno, and maybe Joseph. For Angel Feathers, we got Ramiel. And I think the support cards will be full-on Celestials, like Emergency Celestial Danielle, Serial, Hecestial, Nariel, and that's pretty much it. And then to Genesis. Well, we already got Fortuna revealed, but I can't really think of any OTT card to revolve around Fortuna, but we do have Kirihime. I am still confused why they printed Melissa but not Kirihime. It's just weird to me. And now to Dragon Empire, we're gonna start off with Kagero. Oh boy. Aleph, Blazing Flare Dragon, which I think is very likely. Blockade, which will go along with Blockade Inferno. Amber Dragon. And another very likely one in my opinion, Vortex Dragon Newt and Whirlwind Dragon. Considering that Thingsaver is here, why not? To Nubatama, we got completely new Nubatama unit, so not going to bother going through that, and I cannot think of any famous cards for Nubatama for support. For Tachikaze, can't really think of anything other than Tyranno Legend, along with the Break Ride. For Murakumo, we got a completely new unit, and I can't think of any supporting units because most of them have already been printed. And now for Narukami, we got Vowing Sword Dragon revealed already. Other cards can include Thunder Boom Dragon, Dusty Plasma Dragon, and Roshishin. That's it for Dragon Empire. And now for Stargate, we start off with Nova Grappler. I can't think of any boss units to remake, but I can think of a new one, which would be an evolved version of God Hand Dragon, as that's the only one in the Shinamon arc that still hasn't got their evolved form. But if they want to go with Legion, well, we got Mega Flare and Dual Flare. And now to Dimension Police. First, there's Enigma Storm, which will of course also would include the whole Enigma ride chain. And then of course the really big one that people have been demanding for, Dai Kaiser, which will also include his fusion parts of being Shadow Kaiser, Kaizar being the base form, and then Great Dai Kaiser. And then to Link Jokers, there's quite a bit in this one too. Nebula Lord Dragon, Infinite Zero Dragon. If we want to go all the way to Legion, we got Dark Zodiac with Astral Reaper, Venom Dancer with Zord Viper, Imaginary Plane Dragon, which will also go with Osmium, and Blaster Joker with Photon. And that's just for Starvaders, but there's still some Messiah cards like Amnesty Messiah and Exilix Messiah, but not only that, since we have Deleter, why not Oxus as well? That's quite a lot of archetypes for one clan, by the way. And now for Dark Zone, we're going to start off with Spike Brothers. For some reason, they still haven't made this unit, Dudley Emperor. And probably also Grateful Catapult, because why not? For Dark Irregulars, we got Almon and Steel Vampire. But one other option I would think of is Blade Wing Reiji, because they could make a whole archetype with that. And then for Pale Moon, well, most of the Pale Moon units have already been remade, but there is still Nightmare Doll Catherine if you want to go the Nightmare Doll route. And that's what all I could really think of, as Pale Moons is not really that big and most of the units have already been remade. And then for Gear Chronicle, first off, Chronos Command Dragon. They teased this in Vanguard If and they still have not made this card. And this also goes for Bind Time Dragon. Showed in many flashbacks in G, which takes place in the Shinamon arc, but they have not revealed this card either. Really confuses me sometimes. But if we want to go for a final big boss unit for Gear Chronicle, why not go Gear Ruby? Which I think is very unlikely because the other Tri 3 team members don't have their evolved G units in this set. Moving on to Megalonica, we start with Grand Blue. Hard to think of a unit for Grand Blue, but one unit that I still want to see is Pyranor with Pillar Blank. Because this is Rao Sarah's Grand Blue unit, and this is the one that represents him most as a Quadra Knight. For Bermuda, we got a completely new unit which is on the cover card, and the name still hasn't been revealed yet. And then for Aquaforce, they already revealed that it was going to be Tetra Drive Dragon like months ago. But for supporting units, can't really think much since most of the Blue Wave units have already been remade. But there is Blue Wave Soldier Bright Shooter, Medla, and because we could replicate the combo, Transcore Dragon. And I do really see that it's very likely it's going to be Blue Waves, as they kind of did that with Valios, and they might do a combo with Valios along with Tetra Drive, so that's very likely. Just wonder how they're going to do Tetra Drive's skill, considering that V Maelstrom kind of has a similar skill, just that one needs to attack hit. And finally, we go to Zoo with Mega Colony, with the boss unit already been revealed, Giraffa, which I believe the rest of the cards are going to be the ride chain anyway. For Great Nature, we got Chat Noir. I can't really think of any supporting units for Chat Noir, so I'm mostly going to skip it. And then for Neo Nectar, well, we got Vera revealed, which is very likely that they're going to remake her Legion partner, Sal. And another card I think will be remade, as these are Rao Sarah's Neo Nectars. Yes, he had multiple clans. Tamara. Other than that, I think most of the other Musketeer cards are going to be completely new cards, as they kind of remade some of the Musketeer cards already. So full-on Musketeer archetype. So that's it for this prediction. Go ahead and tell me below what other units I might have missed, considering that I don't know every single clan, but I could only think of the boss units mostly. And also, what other units would you like to see being remade for the next V collection? Bushi's going to be making these once a year with half and half support, so V is not leaving anytime soon at the moment, but I am most excited about Thing Saver Dragon, Prominence Core, as that's actually my favorite Gold Paladin unit, Raging Form Dragon, so I can finally update the premium Raging Form Dragon deck. Hopefully it still contains its old playstyle. Tetra Drive, yes, I am a sucker of dragons, seeing all these units. And let's see what Kagero brings us, because they have quite a bit of units to remake, which I see the most likely ones being Blazing Flare Dragon and Vortex Dragon, considering that they're kind of remaking a bunch of old Legion units for this one, but also Link Joker, which I only care about Messiah. But in that, go ahead and tell me what you want below. And other than that, it's time to say goodbye.